This is back to 99, talking to you from the void. If you read the title on this is spoilers for season 2 of Peacemaker. Um, so spoilers. That's all I can do. You fucking read the title, you sick fuck. Um, but basically, I didn't really like season 1 of Peacemaker. Um, I don't even really like Peacemaker's costume. Um, and then the director James Gunn, or the producer director, he has a lot of titles on this show. I was like, bro, why you putting your wife in the show and your brother, and just because I guess my gripe, the hater inside of me, but I think it's valid. It's more so, if I was making a Superman movie, of course I'd be tempted to want to put my family in it or my friends in the movie. But I think the higher calling would be like, this movie is not about me. Like, I'm stewarding the movie to y'all. It's not about what I want. I want girls with BBLs all over Krypton, but I wouldn't do it. I would hold myself to a higher standard. When you watch The Godfather, you don't see Francis Ford Coppola's brother in there or something like that. So just different, ways to skin the cat. So when season 2 started, they had this huge orgy scene, and I'm not against, a well-placed, well-timed orgy, but it just kind of felt derivative coming, after The Boys TV show had their party like that. And then I was like, and even with hindsight, having seen all the episodes, I don't think the show needed that to draw people in. And I don't think it really drew people in. But over the course of the weeks, I kind of got more and more into the show. I'm a big John Cena fan now. I never really tripped off him wrestling, and then he made some movies like Ricky Stenicki, which was barely okay, and then whatever his movie is with Aquafina. But Peacemaker season 2 kind of sold me on the whole premise. I really like his friend character, Vigilante. Um, but so it was a pretty good journey for the last 8 weeks or so of watching it, week to week or whatever. But I guess what I wanted to say is that the finale, one of the things that dawned on me, after seeing it, was that Rick Flagg's character is supposed to be hating Homelander because he killed his son, and so that's supposed to be his defining character trait since his introduction. He just can't fathom that his son got killed on a mission, right? So this last episode, the finale, kind of breaks the lore on that, because he essentially got a whole bunch of Rick Flag Sr. essentially got a whole bunch of people killed, on mission, at work, opening these doors. So what is the show saying? What is the script saying about the nature of death? Because you sent people to die. You've probably done it in the past. Should their parents come after him? Should their brothers, sister, cousins be like, Rick Flag Sr., you got my brother killed, opening some fucking doors? Is that just a snake eating its tail? Revenge. Everybody has a reason to kill Rick Flag now, or get him killed. I think he would, if he's still a good character, quote unquote, he would say, no, they died serving their country. That was their job. They knew the risks. Well, then how come that doesn't apply to your son? So that's just a small leap in logic that I didn't like. And then the idea that he says Lex Luthor is the smartest man in the world, but I can use him. I know how to use him. That shit was stupid to me, because it was stupid to me because if he's that smart, and this is a comic book, it's not real life, but if he's a super villain, his intelligence, you can't outthink him. So how can you ever hope to control him or trust anything that he gives you or says to you? You're just opening up yourself to be checkmated at some point. So if he is the smartest man in the world, he is exactly where he needs to be, in prison and with no access to anything. No cell phones, no computers. We need to keep his intellect off the grid. You let him be the smartest man in the world with just books in a room. That's it. He can't use his sphere of influence, you know? I mean, obviously he may have visitors or something and he could still do he could come up with some plans to get out of there, but you don't help him. You don't give him more access to you than he should already. So those are just some of the I guess you could say like nitpicks or whatever, but for the most part, I enjoyed the season. I wanted to like document my thoughts for myself and for the FBI today. Hello FBI, and I'll talk to you guys later. Back to now.